Good morning from Australia. Snipe, how you doing? Thank you for coming in. Australia. G'day, mate. Struth, you flaming galah. There you go. Look, it's just like being home, eh? Sorry about that. Rascal, thank you for the 33 months. I hope you're good. Hello, everyone. I've decided at the last second to do Chernarus today. I don't know why. I just did. So here we are. That's what we're doing. I'm going to try to do DRL when I want to, and 2 when it feels a bit more random. Like perhaps halfway through today at random. Who knows? But we'll see. Right, I hope you're all good. Hello, Coach on the Twitch, and Pinkster on the YouTubes, and Desero, and Mouthwash, Arton, Vilpom, Rogerino, Greg Hat, Aravian, Just the Tip, D. Sean, Head Chef, Plumber Man, Sam, Greasy. Hello, everyone. Hi, Zed Rams. Hope you're good. Hope you got a little bit more luck in running after I'd gone than we got before I went. Hope it went alright. Thanks for coming in. Hopefully it went well. Hopefully the stream had a bit of a impact on your affiliate shit, whatever you have to do. I don't even know what you have to do, but hopefully. Snipe, thank you very much for the new sub. Captain Obvious. Captain Obvious. Thank you very much too. Hey, Capitan.
Forgot about this.
Chevy, you're homesick. Well, I hope you're on the mend, dude. That sucks. Right, let's just delete a few Shadowplay files while I think about it. Oh, come on, you piece of shite. There we go.
Just got the notification I made affiliate this morning. I'm over the moon. Cheers, mate.
Oh, there we go, look. There we go, that's great. You didn't need to spend bits for that, though, dude. You could have added me, just to make sure. But that's great. Congratulations. I'm very pleased to hear it, dude. GG. Viking, thank you for the 59 months. Cheers for the support as well. ZRAMS, that's great. Electro. That's good. I like it. Snipe, dude, thank you for... You're not mucking around today. Gifted sub and your own as well. Cheers for coming in. And first time you've been here too. You were really not... You don't muck about, dude. Thank you very much. Cheers, Viking. Thanks again, dude. Thank you for the 59. And Capitan and Rascal. Thank you too. Okay, that's cool. We'll take it. What's that? Cotton shirt, 16 slots. That's more than 9 last I checked. Oh, dude, thanks for checking out all the videos. I appreciate it. Thank you. Cheers, Snipe. I hear Chimpkin. Oh no. Oh, I've gone straight through it. Some of that, you slag. You can't get away from me, not that easily. Ooh. Yes'm. That's what I need to do. All right, let's chop the chicken. Joined some random server yesterday, went to the building and found a teddy that had 700 slots and was like, nope. Holy shit, teddy with 700 slots. How convenient. How convenient indeed. A little bit too convenient, perhaps. Hi, Jimmy. Thanks for coming in. Hope you're well. Wash your hands. That's very solid advice. I shall be sure to give it some thought. At least there's a well there. Maybe, can I not? I wish I could wash them in there. Wash me cock in there. I didn't just say that. Or make gloves. Yeah, I could do that too. I shall probably just wash my hands. I don't normally piss about. I don't normally fuck with the rag gloves, but we'll see. What have we got there? Another shirt. Wash hands. Wash hands. Rough rags. Hey Michelle, hope you're good. How am I going to do this? Okay, let's go with that for now.
It's time to start running.
Hi Ariana, hope you're good. It's a treasure train, is it? Is that what they call it? The treasure train. What the fuck is a treasure train? It's Twitch mining for dollars. Moose, thank you so much. Moose0137, cheers for the membering. Thank you very much. Hope you're good. Cheers for the support, dude. I feel pretty content after lunch today. In about an hour, I'm going to be moaning that I'm hungry. But I had 2 pork chops for lunch today, with some salad and some cherry tomatoes. Well, in fact, they weren't. They were bigger tomatoes. But anyway, they were good. I've had the pork chops in the freezer for about 5 or 6 months. And I finally thought, fuck it, I'm going to get them out and eat them. FN Agent, thankfully I was streaming, so I missed it. Did I probe them? I don't need to probe them, dude. I've cooked them before. Know how long it takes. There's no need to probe them. Why would I probe them? Why are you saying Jesus? I can cook pork chops. It even tells you on the back of the packet. They're from the supermarché, these ones, right? You do them either side for 2 minutes, and then you do them for 10 to 12 minutes at 180 degrees Fahrenheit, fan assisted. Sorry, 180 degrees Celsius, not Fahrenheit. But nonetheless, it tells you how to cook it. I don't need to probe them. They were glorious. They tasted good. Nom. The only thing I wished I'd done, I wish I'd crisped up the fat a lot more. Like I should have crisped up the fat a lot more, and then I could have eaten some of it, but it wasn't crispy enough. I would have quite happily eaten some of that fat. How did our ancestors ever survive without a battery-powered meat thermometer? I know. I don't understand it. I don't know how they will have... I don't know. I would imagine one of them must have, like, evolved some kind of, like... I don't know, special appendage that could be placed onto meat and know when it was exactly the right temperature somehow. Lewis, thank you for the super chat. Freaky Finn, thank you for the bits. Let's go, have a great run. Thank you. Thank you very much. You need a chart of life expectancy over time. I don't think it was the meat that was causing most of the issues, Redline. Okay. Oh, Redders, right? I watched 3 episodes of The Pit last night. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I like it. It's very, very hectic. It's like machine guns you through it, but it's really good. Seems like YouTube stopped sending me Yeah, Cambodia. I've been streaming fairly regular, like. YouTube have kind of been a bit shy. They've stopped the way that they show when you're streaming has changed a little bit, so you can't see it so easily. My views have kind of halved.
TRMZ driver.
Right. It is what it is. There's nothing I can do. Effectively, if my views they're not quite halved, but they're lower. If my views half, my income kind of goes down some. You know, some might say half,
did you
but
have
probably
time
not.
to check out Gomorrah yet?
I have not checked out Gomorrah yet. I don't even know where I can stream it, except for maybe YouTube. But no, I don't know. Not got there yet, dude. Yeah, bloody Richarlison. It was Coach's fault. He talked it in. Cheers, Master Noob. Scooter Goat. Thank you, Lewis Boland. Thank you again. Yeah, me too, Abram. Good result. We're solidly in 5th place, you know. Yep. Helps to keep Chelsea behind us, you know, who are too busy playing patty cake with the referee. Yeah, great result, Jamie. Solid point. Solid point. That's just what they needed. Yep. Hi, Bowling. You're right, dude. Right, so I need to just quickly cook this chimkin. It kind of makes sense for us to do so, I think. It's nice to get some more points on the board, you know. Can't help it. It's all good. Sometimes a good team shows up at Anfield and gets a point somehow, you know, like Tottenham, you know, they're really banging form at the moment. They are currently the the champions of Europe, sort of. Snipe, dude, thank you for the bits as well. Cheers very, very much. Thank you. That's very generous, dude. Triple dipping, I think you are there. Thank you. Yeah, I saw the one about Jacksepticeye and Resident Evil. I did see that. The issue at what they've done, when you go to YouTube on the left-hand side, it shows the names of all the people you subscribe to, right? If somebody that you're subscribed to was streaming, it used to sort those to the top. So it would like sort the live streams. It doesn't do that anymore. So people used to go to YouTube, look on the left and go, oh, these are the people that are live. I'll watch TRMZ, or I'll watch the Freshborns, or I'll watch whoever it might be, you know, like, great. But now they're not doing that. They're just, so you could be sub to 200 people, and I know 8 of them are live, but none of them are going to be showing. They could be like 170th on the list of the people you sub to, you know. So it has affected my views a bit, but the reality is I can't, it's beyond my control. So there's no point stressing about it, and no doubt they'll fucking change it again next month or next week or tomorrow, so no point worrying about it. It changes all the time. Sometimes it works, sometimes it's not in my favour. Just got to keep going. Yeah, the irony of I don't mean you here, Ebram, by the way, but the irony of Man U fans showing off that Liverpool drew to Tottenham when they lost in the final last season to them. It's not lost on me, Jamie. Yeah, anyway. I heard it on the radio, Tomty. They got fined, Chelsea, for inappropriate payments under Abramovich. I don't think that's necessarily unfair. They did break rules, but they effectively owned up to it themselves when the new owners took over. So a fine seems fair. It does affect other clubs, though. Willian was pretty much guaranteed to be signing for Tottenham, from what I remember. And then they kind of gave him some shifty payment and got him to Chelsea instead. You know, these things do have an impact on stuff, but nonetheless, they've had a fine. I think that's about fair. Oh, that's good, Evil. I actually do keep meaning to start sending going live tweets again, but then I mean to, and then I just don't do it. But I will do it at some point again. I have to say, one of the reasons why I wanted to do Chernarus again today is that since doing the DDU driver rollback and tweaking the stuff on video, it's all running so nicely. It just feels so smooth and lovely. It's great. It's nice to be playing with decent performance again. It feels like it's been a while. Oh, just one? What a fucking rib. There we go, we'll have that one. At least with fewer people, you're more likely to respond to my comments. Possibly. If they're whiny like that one, there's less chance. That was a joke, don't worry. Cambodia Dan, thank you. Snipe, thank you very, very much. Cheers both. Master Noob, thank you again. Exactly, Duffster. I do just want to play and enjoy the game today. That's exactly true, as per the title. You know, I enjoyed playing with Zedrams yesterday. I think we were a bit unlucky at Moschino, but it happens. But nonetheless, I enjoyed it. It's nice to just have a chill out and play the game rather than having to stress over achieving something. Or I'm kind of liking a bit of a break. So hence why we're doing it today. Tomorrow, it might be different. Later today, it might be different. I don't know. Yeah, Snipe. Good luck, Chernarus. Good luck. Hope it goes okay. You're playing late if you're in Australia land, aren't you? It must be pretty late for you already. Oh, bollocks. That was me trying to start shadow play and I managed to jump somehow. Fat fingered the space bar. Oh well. 1:55 AM, it's nothing. Oh, okay. Yeah, I normally go to bed about somewhere between 1 and 2 AM. But, yeah. Probably should try to go to bed a touch earlier, but I don't. Who needs sleep anyways? Well, to be fair, thankfully for me, because of what I do and the lack of tiddlers, unlike lots of people, Ariana, yourself included, I can get up at like 9:15, which is like a fucking massive lion, isn't it? At your age, how can you stay awake that late? John, I'm a fine figure of a man, very virile. I'm 38, but I look a touch younger, especially if I'm standing next to the people at San Diego. That's not true. I look old as fuck. Well, except for Coach. I look young next to Coach. I look his age and he looks my age, apparently. Third party, unbiased officiating has occurred. Sorry, Coach. I'll give it a rest, I promise. We don't have a pact. Oh, yeah. Right. It does feel smooth. It feels really smooth. It's a beauty. 4 or 5 hours a night. Yeah, I remember those days. I feel like obviously I'm gutted that I don't live with my kids, but I'm not so gutted I don't live with my ex-wife. And I'm sure she feels the same, by the way. That's not me having a go about her. But yeah, I do kind of feel glad that I can go to bed late and still get enough sleep and then get everything done. He's literally a decade older than me. A picture tells 1,000 words, Coach, and the pictures, they don't lie, dude. You can write whatever you like, but a picture is a picture, and they don't lie, do they? Me think the moderator doth protest too much. Why am I cold anyway? You set of bastards. 6, easy now. He can time you out, okay? That group pic, I thought Coach was Redline's dad. I didn't say that, Coach. I didn't say that, so don't say I'm starting on it. No. I'm surprised you could see Redline. He was normally out the back looking at his phone. Cambodia Dan, cheers for the 16 months once again. Oh, look, Coach, you're saying the same thing. By the way, I don't think that's necessarily a negative thing. From my POV, the pact is still intact. Right, let's get this water done. I need to cook the chicken, I need to eat the honey, and then we need to crack on.
Honey.
Drinking well, yeah, I had my leg busted but one yesterday. I was busy trying to work out why I didn't eat again. It's because Redline, we were going to places that were too common for you. Like what? I'm not getting a burger from a van. I'm not eating street food. Street food? I only eat food that's being brought to me on a silver platter. If I'm not sitting down and there's like 8 different pieces of cutlery, none of which look like they make any sense, then what am I even doing with my life? Wow, that's a good. That's a good. That's nice. What about that? What's that? Fleece jumper. That just goes instead of that, doesn't it? I'm going to take that because it's not beige. I'm too young for beige. What have I got against beige? Oh, there's nothing wrong with beige liquid. It's just for people of a certain age, you know. Like, you walk around wherever you are, you know. Have a little look at who's wearing like beige. It's primarily the old man's, you know. Like, I'm not old enough for beige yet. I've not quite gravitated to beige and brown just yet. I'm still too young for that. I'm still mostly in dark blue and green and shit, right? And jeans, obviously, just jeans. But at some point, I'll gravitate towards like red corduroys and brown jumpers and such like. But I'm too young at the moment. Too young.
Have a great run.
What colour was the jacket you bought last? I bought a blue one and a black one. The last one I bought was blue.
Went to the UK recently and had banoffee pie. Why is it so good?
Sounds good. Yep. Nom, 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 nom. I had fish and chips yesterday. The lady in the chip shop, she misheard me. I said, can I have a large cod and regular chips? She didn't give me that. She gave me large cod and large chips. Well, large chips in the UK normally enough for 2 people. But I stood the test quite nicely and ate the whole fucking lot. It was glorious. Oh my god. Oh, so good. Nom nom nom. What's the brown one you got? I didn't get a brown coat, Diablo. I ain't the owner of... I'm not the purveyor of a brown coat. Nope. Curry sauce face. Yeah, curry sauce. I did curry sauce. And it was delicioso as well. Very good. Kind of very mildly spicy, tangy, little bit sweet. It was very good. What badass stuff do you have planned for today's run? I don't know, Code Muncher. I've not consulted the writers as yet. Translation. Does that to American...
Oh,
does chips mean French fries? Kinda, but not really, clown. No. Chips are a lot bigger than... French fries are very, like, spindly, like a very narrow cock. Whereas fries are much thicker. They're much thicker, right? THICC. They're still fried and they're still made of potato, but they're fluffier and they are bigger. And to be honest, I prefer them. I quite like French fries sometimes, but I prefer chips from the chicken. Now we have tartar sauce quite often liquid, but you don't get pots of it normally in the chippy. You just have that at home, I guess. But most common 3 sauces at the chippy are... There's others, but the most common 3 are gravy, which I never get, curry sauce or mushy peas. There's some others sometimes, but they're the most common 3. They're the big 3. Florin, you sound happy these days. Thank you. Yeah, I'm doing all right. Mr. Wizard, thank you for the 65. Bitmat, thank you as well. Brain Eater, thank you too. Cheers all 3. Thanks. I'll have a great run. I'll do my best. The banoffee pie sounds alright. You like steak fries that we Americans have, which are what you call thick fries? I don't know if they're the same or not. Like, the fries from a chippy, or chips from a chippy, are slightly different normally. They're deep fried, obviously, and they're normally fluffy and lovely and unctuous. And if they're done really well, they can be absolutely glorious as well. Just on their own with salt and vinegar. Oh, God. They can be delicioso. Am I cooking the spud? Nah. I ain't cooking no spud. Let's go. Right, I've cooked the chicken. It just gives us a little bit of extra calories. Bonus matches. Yeah, we have potato wedges. Potato wedges are different than chips. As in England chips, English chips, British chips, whatever, UK chips. Chippy chips. What's the weather like in the UK? It's not bad. It rained a lot yesterday evening, absolutely pissed it down. But this morning when I was out on my walk, it was kind of a little bit blustery, but not as bad as it's been. Partially cloudy. I don't know, 9 Celsius, something like that. It's not warm, not cold. Kind of. At least it wasn't raining, you know. 2-day hangover from Saturday, dude. Can you give you remedies? Yeah, don't drink too much when you're older, Yates. You can't handle it like what you used to, okay? Or separate solution. If you drink too much and you're old, keep drinking. You know, have some more the next day. That's everything in moderation, okay? This is not health advice, but nonetheless, yeah. If you drink too much, drink a little bit less the next day and taper. Did you see that on TalkSport, AJ Fury deal has been signed behind the scenes and will be on Netflix? I did not, but that's fucking brilliant if it is FN Agent. Boxing is getting shafted at the moment by, in some ways, it's good for me, it's on Netflix, but the Queensbury and Matchroom Brigade are getting, like, kind of muscled out, aren't they? By some bigger boys. Mainly some bigger Saudi Arabian boys. With all the money, you know, they suckled on the teat for a few years, and now they've been thrown out with the bathwater, haven't they? Hi Kirak, hope you're good. Yeah, I'd still like to see Fury versus AJ, but it is too late. I'd like to see Fury get back to some form. I don't think he can beat. I don't think he can beat Usyk. Usyk's next fight seems a complete waste of time, doesn't it? Usyk's just kind of. He's got no one left to fight, so he's fighting for the money. I can't say I particularly blame him, but there's nobody for Usyk to fight. If Itoma comes through against Franklin, maybe he could fight Itoma in 2027. I'm sure Itoma will win that, but there's nobody left for Usyk to beat, is there? When are we going to play Deer Isle again? Just when I feel like it, dude. Fairly soon. Definitely this week. Possibly tomorrow. Possibly not. But soon. Gun on the floor. It's a repeater. Oh, I did pick up a repeater. Was there another gun? Will James, yeah, I don't blame Usyk, but yeah, there was a BK. Good shout. There's nobody left for him to prove himself against, is there? I guess a repeater is more useful than a stick. And it is a bit of a stretch, but apparently the repeater is mightier than the stick. Woo. How close are we to finishing the quest? Hey, we've still got a long way to go, but if I can get out of Mount Katamin with the staff and then collect up my wares, kill a bear, make a suit and get to the crypt, and then collect the staff and collect the keycard for the ship, and then get to the aircraft carrier and collect a load of bullets, and then work out where I've got to go next and do all of that, then we might be somewhere. Does he read YouTube Live? True North? No, I don't. I never read them. I don't read them ever. Have you played Tarkov? I have, Sergeant Disturbed. There's actually a few old videos on my channel of me playing Tarkov, but they're not great. I haven't played Tarkov for about 5 years. It's not really my... Extraction shooters aren't really for me anymore. Well, they never really have been, but no, it's not really my thing. I completely get why people love it. It's the best tactical shooter on PC, Tarkov, but it's not for me. I killed somebody yesterday, he had the skull staff, and I felt bad. Boo. Boo to yo. Let's have that. Green baseball cap of destiny. Will James, thank you for the membering in. Appreciate it. Thank you. Belligerent Monk before that. Thank you for the Prime. Cheers for the support, dude. I like that name. Belligerent Monk. Was it wet? Oh, my cap's wet. Oh, if the cap fits, wear it. Jamie, no, it didn't. I'm not entirely surprised, but it was fun. It was fun for a time. Have I seen there's a new Vanilla Plus Pripyat server? I have not, but I'm a little bit, excuse me, coffee, risk averse when servers say Vanilla Plus, because that's rather vague. Vanilla Plus could be Vanilla Plus a smidge of mods, or Vanilla Plus could be Vanilla Plus fucking everything, you know. Vanilla Plus infinite stamina, Vanilla Plus trader bases, Vanilla Plus like crazy health systems and whatnot. Vanilla Plus just doesn't really mean much, because it's as subjective as anything else. Vanilla Plus just means it's not vanilla, which is fine. I like lightly modded. I've not played Pripyat for a long time. It was kind of fun. The start was real tough though. Hi Ramirez, hope you're good. Belligerent, hello, hope you're good. Cheers for the priming. What are we doing today besides killing players? R700 of the cards or something else? I don't know, Alex. I've got no expectations right now. No expectations whatsoever. Yeah, Pripyat is big. Who you got for team up this week? As yet, nobody. I sent 3 people emails today for potential charity stream dono
I'm a
things.
Liverpool fan and it's not looking good at the moment, but hope all is well.
It'll be alright, Trigger, don't worry. They're going to limp over the line, finish 4th or 5th, get in the Champions League, win a cup, probably both. They'll probably win the FA Cup and the Champions League. Probably no bother whatsoever. And then they'll still sack Slot, get Alonso, and next year they'll win the quadruple. No pain, no problem. It's going to be fine, don't worry. All is well. All is well. Take a deep breath and enjoy the Champions League final coming. Cheers, Itchy. Thank you very much. They're not going to sack him. I think they will sack him because all that other stuff about winning trophies or winning cups, either which way. Trups, if you want. Trups or trophies and cups. All that stuff about winning trups is in my noggin, isn't it? It's in my head, as the Cranberries would say. In my head. But it's not in reality. In reality, Slot's getting the boot at the end of the season and Alonso's possibly going to replace him, and we'll see. If you win the Champions League, you get in it next year, Jamie, yeah. Well, I tried chicken fried steak. What's chicken fried steak? Any word from Frankie? Forrest Gump, I've never spoke to Frankie or played with Frankie ever. He's the reason why I started playing DayZ in the first place, but I've never been lucky enough to team up with him or play in a video or anything like that. So, I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. I think he was uploading on YouTube not so long ago, though.
Keep on running, Mr. TRMZ. Keep up the good work. TRMZ love.
Dutch Roller, cheers for the 28 months. Appreciate it, dude. Celilby? Thank you very much, too. Do I have a skincare routine? What's the line from the... There's a line in a Rubber Bandit song about a skin routine. Something and a skin routine. My elbows hurt. My son has croup. I don't know. It's all along those lines. But anyway, do I have a skin routine? Kinda, but not really. I have rosacea, or I had. It's kind of going away, so I use Rosex after I've had a shower in the morning and just before I go to bed. Rosex cream, which is for rosacea, which stops me getting a lobster face. And that's about it, really. I have been using something actually under my eyes, CeraVe, just under my eyes to try and offset black bag-itis. But no, other than that, I normally use some kind of moisturiser after I get out of the shower because I get dry skin, but I don't need to at the moment because I've got this Rosex thing from the doctor. Puts the lotion on its skin. Exactly, yeah. It rubs the lotion. So I've been using Rosex for 3 or 4 months. I'm probably going to stop when this bottle runs out and then go back to just moisturiser. Yeah, Cranberries were great. Well, some of their songs were amazing. I don't really do much skin-wise. I think probably making sure you're not in the sun too much is the best thing you can do for your skin. And probably diet has as much to do with it as anything else, and luck, but I think diet has a big impact on your skin. Yeah, chicken fried steak. I don't know what chicken fried steak is, but do you get that from KFC or not? I don't know. It sounds like it's meat. Chicken fried steak. Is chicken fried steak that's fried in chicken somehow, or steak that's fried in chicken juice, or steak that's fried in the gravy from KFC? Or is chicken fried steak that's fried by chickens? Like, I don't know how they do it, but maybe they... How did he want it again? No, he wanted it medium rare. I can only do that. I can only cook it per cook. How would a chicken hold a frying pan? It's nasty. I think it's bloody awful. It's nasty steak cooked in chicken batter. I'm struggling. I'm going to pick that gun up in a sec. I'm struggling to understand what chicken batter is. What the fuck is chicken batter? TX Nismo. I hope you're on the mend health-wise, dude. Yeah, I hope you feel better. Jam on the fireplace. How does Bob Marley like his fireplace? We're jamming. Oh, fuck my life. Thank you. Well spotted. Riven, cheers for the 22 months. Brownie, thank you very much as well. Instead of fried chicken, it's steak. So it's like Kentucky Fried Chicken, but it's Kentucky Fried Steak. I don't know if that's as good, personally. Like, one thing that's good about Kentucky Fried Chicken is that the chicken is kind of like... When you bite into it, it's kind of soft and fairly juicy from the fryer, and it sort of breaks apart. It's not quite melting in your mouth, but if Tin Fish Reviews started doing fried foods reviews, he would do a squish test and say that it was quite nice and quite moist and sort of spreads nicely. Whoa, do spread nicely. Anyway, I don't think steak has that quality. It would be tough as old fucking leather, wouldn't it? It's more to eat with a knife and fork. Ah. How on earth are you Americans going to eat it then? You don't use knives and forks, do you? Sorry, I couldn't resist. Okay, I couldn't resist. It's cheap steak. Oh, it's leather. I'm happy to reserve judgment until I've tried it. I feel like Kentucky Fried Pork would be better than Kentucky Fried Beef Steak. Like, if you could do it like slow roasted pork and then get like a real nice melt in your mouth bit of belly pork or something, or a really nice melt in the mouth bit of like whatever, pork shoulder or whatever, and just get that. I think that would be better. A good chicken fried steak is hard to beat for me. I absolutely love it. Well, I'm going to take that literally with a pinch of salt, Coach, because me and you had the same breakfast burrito in that bar, and I thought it was more salt than burrito, and you fucking ate the whole thing. You were practically licking the plate. You fucking loved it, you did. And I was like, Jesus Christ, I can't eat that. I ate half in about an hour, and then I had to send the rest back. It was more salt than ingredients, and you loved it. Maybe mine was more salty. FYI, the Liverpool bar had terrible reviews on Google. Who the fuck is reading reviews about going to watch the football, though, Rick? Well, you, that's who. But yeah, yeah. Coach loved it, though, you know, like, and everyone has different taste buds. Some work differently than others. There's no best or worst. There's just what you taste. Some people maybe mouthwash with like white spirit or terps or something for most of their life, and then maybe that. I always look up reviews at a place I'm going to eat. I sometimes do, Redline. I don't always. It depends on the scenario. If I'm trying to take someone out for a lovely meal, I'll really do my best to try and make sure I get somewhere nice. But if I'm just going to watch football and the day is more around the activity than it is around the food, then I won't give a fuck. You know, I'll just go with the flow and have whatever's there. We can both agree that Bloody Marys are completely shit. Absolutely. I can agree with you on that, yes. I worry for people that like those, if I'm honest. I fear that their taste in general might be awful. That might be lucky or not lucky for some, I guess. I don't know. I shouldn't really make this yet because I'm going to turn around the corner and find a blood bag. But let's just tap it in. You know, if I do this now, there's definitely a blood bag next door. Still crying in the corner about the rugby. Yeah, it was so close. Oh, wow, it's so close to an actual result for England as well, wasn't it? I didn't really watch any of the Six Nations, but yeah. Ah, dear. Epi on the bench in the hallway. Epi on the bench in the hallway. Filling up my belly with the fine wine. Where did I drop all the knives? Where did I drop all the knives? I can't remember where I dropped the knives. They were in here somewhere. I wanted to open something else with the knives. I don't know what I did with them. Oh, fuck it. I don't care. Who cares anyway? It's only a knife. Collating tablets. I probably could do with those. Let's get rid of those. We've got matches anyway. Table in end room. Nah, too late now. I've left, haven't I? I've fucking left. I've left. Wow. All the bullets. So many bullets. Don't need those MVG binoculars. Okay. Bonus matches once more. GPS receiver. No, no. No. Oh, okay, we'll have that. Might as well take the GPS receiver. I can use it as a free slot to hold my batter tricks. Free slot, coach, eh? Free slot. Free to good home. One careful owner no longer requires services thereof. Was the mag you dropped CZ or 911? The mag I dropped was for a P1 Pistola. P1. It is a good bag. It's a good bag, is that, dear? It used to be better, didn't it? They done fucked it. I'm not going to find anything to use the Hackosaurus on, am I? Forget it. Do I buy a Swatch Goku Swatch watch for 185 bucks? I don't know a great deal about Goku or Swatch watches, but if you like it, buy it, you know? Like, if you're going to wear it and if it's interesting for you, then that's the whole point of these things, isn't it, you know? Bullets under the table. Nah, there's no bullets under the table except those slugs, which I don't want. Was there any more under this table? Nah, you meant the slugs. I don't want them. I know Goku is from Dragon Ball Z, but I've never seen Dragon Ball Z. I just know that much. Let's make a compromise we can both agree on. When Tuchel fails his ass off in the World Cup, England can hire slot, and then we will both be happy. I will not be happy. England are going to win the World Cup. If I could trade, Liverpool fans won't like this, but if I could trade right now, Liverpool not winning the Premier League for the next 10 years, but England win the World Cup in the summer, I'd take it. I'd take it. I'd trade most things, sporting things that I could see for England winning the World Cup. That would be like the best thing I could see in my lifetime, sporting wise, is England winning the World Cup. It's pronounced Dragon Ball Z, yes. Think more Italian dinner than KFC. Okay. It's a Kentucky Fried Steak. There you go. Cheers, Riven. Cheers for the 22. Brownie, thank you very much too. It's bellissimo. US makes it to the semis. They'll be lucky. They'll be lucky they make it out of their fucking group. They're fucking useless. But it's okay because it's not your sport.
I feel bad for English men hoping for a World Cup, while here in Americaland we have the luxury of every single year an American football team wins world champion.
Nice bait, Regan. Nice bait. Someone will fall. Someone's getting hooked, but it shall not be me. Cheers, Regan. Thank you very, very much. Cheers for the support, dude. What is okra? Is okra in the UK called okra, or in the UK is it called something else? When is my tattoo idea deadline? I don't know. It's ages away though, because it's not until November. We call it okra, but sometimes ladyfingers. I like ladyfingers to be small. Because objects can appear bigger. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if I've ever had okra. Yeah, a few people were suggesting that. I can see the sort of appeal. I know exactly my luck though. If I got those tattooed on me, you can bet your fucking bottom dollar the devs would change them. You know, they've been the same symbols for it. They have changed a couple of times over the years, but I'd get like I don't know, like a couple of these symbols tattooed on me. I don't think I will do that because I think a lot of people already have, you know, so I think I don't know. I'm still working on it, and I don't need ideas right now. I'll definitely forget them anyway. But nonetheless, I don't mean you here, I mean everyone. Yeah, if I did that, they would change them the next fucking day. Guarantee it. Not just because I'd done it, but it's just my luck. That's what would happen. It's like eating snot. I shall give it a swerve for now. Well, let's check the autobus. L'autobus. Alright, fuck that, let's go. You're sounding very defeatist. About what? I just said that England were going to win the World Cup.
Do you think England will do better than Norway?
Yes. Yes, I do. Traditionally speaking, they've done better than Norway. Yes, yes, I do. Sorry. I don't know. It's hard to say. Right now, while the tournament's further away, I can have naive positivity. But when the tournament gets close, I'll actually look at the England team and think, holy fuck, we've got no chance. But right now, I can have naive positivity. The day before the game, let me rephrase, the day after the game, when they've drawn 0-0 to some fucking useless side we should have beat easy, I can have a reality check, you know. But right now, I can be full of all hope and dreams. And we have got a manager that's like that's German, you know. We might turn us into the Germans, you know. We might just win. Cheers, Grandmaster Franklin. Thank you for coming in. Michael, cheers for the super chat.
My friends and I just went back to Cherno for another adventure. Have fun and keep on running, sir. Like the dang stream, people. It's free.
Cheers, Michael. Yeah, like the stream on YouTube, guys. It's free. Michael says you should like it. It's free. I think it was the right time to let Southgate go, Helly, especially after the last tournament. He has done good things, but I think he's had the best squad of players, along with maybe France, certainly in the Euros. He's had an amazingly good quality squad of players to choose from. Slight lightness at centre-back, perhaps, but he's had a plethora of players to use at his disposal, and I think he should have won something in the time he was there, and he very nearly did, and it's great to be getting to finals, and they were unlucky to lose to Italy, I guess, in the Euros at home. But the last tournament, and the fact that he kept picking Harry Kane when he was out of form, and then it transpired he was injured. I was defending Harry Kane. I think Harry Kane is properly world class. He's the best actual proper striker on the planet right now. But if he's injured, he shouldn't be playing, and he was, which was frustrating. You're similar age to me. You will remember the years of not even qualifying. I remember USA '94, Helly. I remember it very well. Graham Taylor was manager. R.I.P. Graham Taylor. Right? He was a very likeable man, but England didn't do so well under his tenureship. Nothing personal, but football makes my penis soft. Well, you ain't meant to fuck it, dude. I really like American football, but I don't sit there with an erection the whole time. If you only watch sports that give you an erection, I think you might want to, like, I don't know, try and get out a bit more. Get out a bit more, you know, get out and about. Try and find other things that can make your peen quiver. I certainly wouldn't recommend you go and start watching live games anyway. You might get yourself in bother. Do I not like that? Oh, God. Do I not like that? I do watch American football, Tackback, yeah. But it doesn't give me an erection, yeah. Not usually, anyway. Bad time for the customer to walk in the room. Yeah. It could be worse. Whoa! He's speedy. Super speedy. Pioneer.
Hello there.
That's good. Pioneer with a scope. I like it. Oh, I need that. That's good too. Hello there, Pewston. Thank you for the very, very long resubscribing, dude. Oh, I need that. Cheers for the support, Pewston, dude. Really, really appreciate it. Thank you very much for the 106. Cheers, dude. Right. Let's make a beeline for somewhere else than here. Beautiful. Right, there we go. That's good. Pioneer's pretty decent.
I have heard about Essex, Wessex and Sussex, but apparently I live in no sex.
Yeah, I can relate. I also live in No 6, capital of Suffolk.
Seeing the Toronto Maple Leafs win the Stanley Cup is my dream, but that will never happen.
It might happen. The Stanley Cup, that's yachting, right? I'm sure they can win at the hockey at some point. No, look for the convoy. I don't think it was there. I looked up the hill. I'll go back and check, just in case, Redman. If it's there, you can have a free apple. Connor Lewis, best streamer on the planet. Dude, thank you. You thought you saw the convoy on the hill? You sure it wasn't the castle on the hill? When you were 6 years old, did you break your leg? Hawkman, Pewston, True North, thank you very, very much. And Shinra Tensi, thank you for the membership. Cheers, thank you very much. We want to win Stanley Cup. I ain't seen no bastard convoy. It might be just over the ridge line there, but I don't think it was there. Running from your brother and his friends, yeah. Yeah. One's just barely getting by. I can't remember any more lyrics of that song. It's the kids that play it. Yeah, there's no convoy. What a waste of time. Did you see Chelsea are in trouble over rule breaking? Well, they've been fined just a smidge under £11 million for financial payments made when they were signing players that were off the books and illegal. I think they've gotten away lightly in some regards, but I think it's right because it was under a different ownership, and the new ownership brought it to light and admitted it and said, "Look, we found this and it's not right." So I don't think points deductions would have been fair because it was different owners, and it's only known about because they came out and said it. You know, if they'd kept quiet, they might have got away with it, wouldn't they? So I think it's fair in the scenario that it happened. But yeah, no surprise that they were cheating a little bit in the past, I guess. But hopefully they're not cheating now. What about City? Well, City are the opposite taverner. They're not admitting everything, they're litigating everything, and there's like 120 odd charges, not 2 or something like that. There's more than 120 charges. City are very, very litigatey, and so they're having to spend, they reckon it's taking roughly a week per charge for them to investigate the charges, and there's 120, so that's like 60 weeks. Sorry, no, it's 120 weeks, but if they did 2 a week, but yeah, the City thing's rumbled on way too long, and it needs to be done and dusted, but shit happens. Yeah, they're very litigatey, Sig. Some might say they're very litigious, but they'd be a bit wordy for me. Hi, Retro Saviour. Hope you're good. Yeah, City, assuming they get found guilty, will get much more than a fine. Cheers, True North. Thank you for the super chat, dude. Was Chernarus always this foggy? It's not always this foggy now. It varies. If it's the morning, sometimes it's quite foggy and then it kind of burns away. But it can be quite foggy near the coast because it's foggy at lower altitude, which is the coast, and then it kind of burns away. So it does vary through the course of an average day when you're playing the game. Todd Bowley is a very crooked character. Does he live in a crooked house? So a client cancelled at my wife's work and we were able to grab $2,000 toilet seats for $230. This better solve all my problems. What the fuck is so good about a $2,000 toilet seat? I don't understand. I don't understand a $2,000 toilet seat. Is it made of gold? Can you smelt it? $2,000 toilet seat. It's only a toilet seat though. It's not a toilet. There's a difference. So it's not going to be cleaning stuff. I still don't have gloves. Fuck me dead. Did I quote Bukowski just now? I don't even know who Bukowski is. Whoever smelt it, dealt it. I like gold! Break bottle. I don't want to break no stinking bottle. Heated bidet or something, but it can't be. It's a toilet seat. Who was it that said about it? Liquid. He doesn't even know why they're worth the money, though. I don't understand. So, have you actually bought the toilet seat liquid? They're meant to be $2,000, and you've got it for $230, but you don't know why it's good. Even still, I don't understand. Like, when you sit on it, it's probably not going to feel worth $230. I don't know. I don't know what could a $230 toilet seat do? Maybe it could tell jokes. Like you're sitting there going, "Fuck me, mate, lose some weight, will you?" Not like that, you dirty bastard. That maybe it could do that. Curry again, was it? Toilet that roasts you the entire time. At least it's a fairly innocent roast. I think it's time you had that bleached, mate. Fucking hell. It's a little bit like that thing that Matthew McConaughey flies into at the end of Interstellar. It's time to get that cleaned up, mate. Fuck me dead. Now I've finally realised what Soundgarden was singing about all those years. Yeah, baby. No.
Fun fact for you, if you are born feet first, you temporarily wear your mother as a hat. Imagine that.
Very good, Twisted. I wasn't born feet first. I wasn't. But thank you for the information, just in case, nonetheless. You're going to send us updates? Liquid, please do. I'd like a picture in the Discord, but not of it in use, please. Good luck. Good luck. I hope it goes well. Mr. Twisted, thank you very much for the 11 months. Thank you very much, dude. True North, thanks again. Didn't know grunge made it to the UK. Holy shit. Hate to hear its jokes if it heard you playing with yourself. I know I was turning $230, but I can't do anything about the size of that, mate. Did you watch the game? Floors, I was still streaming. No, I didn't see it. I was still streaming. I'm kind of glad, to be honest, I was still streaming. I'm glad that I was unavailable for yesterday. I don't know. I think if they get dumped out of the Champions League tomorrow, sorry, Wednesday, I hope they don't. I really hope they get through. But honestly, I think if they're out of the Champions League, it might happen a bit sooner. But I don't know. Slot seems like quite a likeable man, but things just seem to be getting worse. Mine heats, washes, and dries. That's not the seat though, Desolate, right? It must be the actual thing itself. The thing does it, not the seat, right? The thing must do it. That's some fancy ass toilet seat if the seat's doing all the work, you know? That's like having a car that doesn't drive, but the trunk does all the work or something, or the I don't know, the bonnet as we would call it. Do I need to cook that Chikiotto? Maybe. Let's use that. The seat, so the seat does the work. The seat is heated and has a pump and blower built in. A pump and a blower built in. When you say blower, do you mean something for drying your ass, or is it blowing something else? Because I don't think that's very nice. I don't want to do that to my toilet. It seems a bit grubby. So you can get a thing that converts you. This is sounding. I didn't know such luxuries existed. So you can take a regular toilet seat and turn it into some kind of fancy Dan, bidet come everything crapper for the simple price of a toilet seat. That's a lot of money. Lumpkining, no, easy now. Let's not get too far. This is going to take a little while. Maybe we should eat the honey. Honey. So you can get a heated seat for your God, the world's gone mad, you know, like the world's gone mad. You can get a heated seat for your toilet. Like, what's your toilet outside or something? Like, I remember my grandma and granddad, my nan and granddad, they had their downstairs lavatory, their downstairs water closet was outdoors. And if you needed a wee in a hurry and somebody was upstairs in the bath or something, you had, or if you needed a whatever, a number two, You had to go and sit on the outdoors one, and it could be like -3 or 4 outside, you know, Celsius that is, so pretty cold. Let's say it's about 28 Fahrenheit, roughly, guess. But anyway, round then. And yeah, parking your ass on that of a morning would wake you up some, so I could understand the logic behind needing it, but we don't have that now. My toilet seat's room temperature. Why does it need to be hotter than that? Fuck me dead. I'm satisfied with a room temperature toilet and save the money, thank you. Yeah, well, people used to shit on a log. We aren't making fun of people for using toilets now. Well, I'm not making fun, Shotgun. I just think it's luxury gone mad, you know? I could save that money and put it towards something essential like a watch. Obviously. I do like a steering wheel heater, actually, so maybe I can relate, but I really like that. My hands get cold these days. My hands, they get cold, they do, right? And I do like a heated steering wheel. It's a fucking luxury. In fact, I'd pay extra if I had to for it in the next car if it didn't come with it. But nonetheless, I hope it comes with it because heated steering wheel is a fucking godsend. Right, have I made space for that yet? Not really. I don't really need it, but anyway, I'm taking it. Heated and cooled seats. I definitely like heated seats for when it's very, very cold. I've never had a car with cooling seats, and most of the time it's not been an option for me. So yeah, I don't know.
$69, lol.
I don't think the toilet will sit you do that for your brain down. Probably just as well. Thank you very much, dude. Thank you for the 69. Cheers for the support, dude. I don't think it gets hot enough in the UK to justify vented I think that's possibly true, Regan. Like, it's not like I've never felt as needed here, but there's the odd day. But yeah, I think you're probably right. It might still be nice though, but I've never had it, so I don't know. Yeah, Liquid, the BMW were meant to be bringing that in where they were going to charge you a monthly fee to have heated seats, like a subscription service. I think they announced it and then backpedaled, didn't they? You know, like, it seems to be all the rage these days, but yeah. Surprised your Tesla doesn't have vented seats. Well, yeah, they don't have that, and they don't come with it as an option. They do have heated seats. Heated, yes. Vented, nay. I don't know if the new ones do or not, but the previous one does not come with it, and you can't even get it as an option because there are no options really. The only three options on the only options for the Teslas when I bought mine was like the full self-driving, the partial self-driving, and a tow bar. That was it. That was pretty much the options. Vented seats are also known for getting clogged with sand if you ever visit the beach. Oh. We used to make do with opening the window back in my day on a roller. None of this electric windows nonsense. Roll it down. Ilian, I have a Model Y, but the old shape. It's a lease that I've had for nearly 3 years. It's due to end in June, so I don't know if I'm going to get a new one or... I'm not going to get a new one of these, but I might get a new car. I might keep this for a while. I've not really made my mind up yet. BMW is one of the worst cars you can buy. They devalue so quickly. Not in the UK, Woodring. They tend to hold the value okay in the UK. Depends where you are, I guess, but They're pretty popular over here. I've never had one, by the way, but most cars devalue, but German cars in the UK hold their value pretty well. They're not so bad. So it depends where you are, dude. Like in the UK, they're fairly safe bets, like BMW, Audi, even VW, stuff like that. The German brands tend to hold their values fairly well. A lot of the modern BMWs are fucking ugly though, but to each their own. Mercedes as well, yeah. I'm going to stay electric, Dutch, because I can get it on my business and it's very low on car tax. I certainly think buying a new car and worrying about depreciation is a fool's errand, as it were, you know, like it's yeah, unless you buy an absolute shitbox or an electric car, I guess, then they're going to lose money, but they're all losing money at a similar rate unless you buy a terrible car. Definitely not liquid, no. I think things like that are changing a little bit, Tooth. I believe they are getting better, but it depends what you're looking at. I certainly think it also depends where you live. Like cars like BMWs are much more expensive. They're expensive here, but they're much more expensive to maintain. The costs of stuff, like the servicing for German cars in America, is more expensive than it is in the UK, I believe. You know. They're not cheap. BMWs and Audis are not cheap, but they're much more common here, and obviously we're in Europe. It's a slightly different proposition for us. Buy a classic, it's lost all its money, it will lose and may start increasing value. It will, the Desolate, but it's also maybe not so great for going to pick your kids up and being reliable, you know. It can be a money pit in other ways, so it's easy to say buy a classic, but then when you want it and you want to depend on it, it's a bit trickier, and also maybe it's not as safe, you know. Maybe having a car that devalues but keeps your kids safer inside it is better than having a classic car and worrying about that, you know. Like, everyone's got different priorities with cars, and probably for me it would be being fairly comfortable, fits the kids in, and is pretty safe, you know. Like, and also I can do it on my business, which means it needs to be an EV. But I like classic cars, but I wouldn't want it as my daily run around, because I put my kids in it and we go on holiday, and yeah. BMW is cheaper to buy than it is in Europe. Well, most things are, dude. Thorn, yeah, the EX60 does look good. Yeah, hell, it's 4 o'clock already. I actually quite like the look of the iX3, which is a BMW. I think the iX3 would be my pick of the two, to be honest. The iX3 looks great. It's more kind of for me, I think, if I was going to get one. Right, guys, I'm going to go and make another coffee while the restart happens. I'll be back.
TRMZ love.
Back. I'm back. Primal, dude, thank you for sniping me with the bits once again. Cheers for the support, dude. It is crazy that the best CPU you're likely to need for your PC is cheaper than the RAM liquid. It is crazy that to think about. I'm going to keep the one I've got going, chugging for a while yet, you know. Right, I don't need one anyway, but yeah. I hope to get another 2 years-ish, maybe 3 out of this rig. Hopefully, touch wood. Primal, cheers for the support, dude. Thank you once again. Snipe, cheers for gifting the whaler on the moon. The whaler's on the moon. Thank you very much, Snipe. Thank you. Right, what have we got in here? Fuck all. I do look pretty good. I'm a bit worried about the boots, but I don't want to repair them. Right, worn, pristine. Didn't I get a sharpening stone? I did. Let's just do that. How do I have my coffee? I like it. I have like an Americano, so it's made with 2 espresso shots and some boiling hot water and a little smidgy bit of milk, which is semi-skimmed, we call it in the UK, which is like half and half. Half the fat of full fat milk.
Americanos taste so much better in TRMZ mugs and tumblers, TRMZ calls.
They do indeed, yes. I'm drinking out of a TRMZ tumbler right now. Cheers Redline, thank you Snipe as well, cheers both. Do I use actually 2 shots or a double shot? I use 2 shots. I use 2 shots. It does have a double shot feature. If I'm using a particularly big mug, sometimes I go single shot, double shot, but I try to use single because it makes it stronger, or it makes it nicer. Like if I was having a double espresso, if I was having one, I'd make it with 2 single shots out of the machine because it makes a nicer coffee than if you use the doubler. Oh, it makes it a white. It's not just... when I say a smidge, it's enough to taint... It's not like black. I just have it relatively strong. Half and half in the US is half milk and half heavy cream. That's not what I have then. No, sorry. Whatever it's called. It's not like 3.5% or whatever it is fat. It's half of that. Under 2% fat.
Happy 2 years and 9 months, man. TRMZ love. By the way, I thought of you yesterday when the game was on and the mighty Spurs got a goal back to level with you at the end, rolling on the floor laughing. Have a good stream, bro. TRMZ cool. TRMZ love.
Marky boy, you've not mentioned football in a long time, I'm sure. It's funny where all the football fans come out of the woodwork, like when they can celebrate their glorious 1-1 draw. To be fair, drawing with Liverpool is not that much of an achievement these days. Even Igor Tudor can do it. Cheers, Marky. Thank you very much. Thanks for the support. I hope Tottenham stay up, to be fair. I think it would be weird if they went down. Kind of hoping Forest go down, if I'm honest. I like Forest as a club, but the owner's just really fucked it since he sacked Nuno. I don't think... He's just... I don't know. He kind of deserves it. The club don't, but he does. still think you can finish above United? I don't know, Ben. It ain't looking great right now, but tides can turn, can't they? Tides can turn. You're an Arsenal fan. Fuck me, dead. All right. Well, you can enjoy the win this season. You're definitely winning the league. The mighty Spurs, eh? I don't agree with that, Desolate Master. I don't think semi-skim milk leads to insulin resistance. That's nonsense. Well, Desolate, I don't know what you want to tell me. Like, literally above you, DN Based is saying Diabetes UK recommends semi-skim milk for helping manage your diabetes. So, I don't know whether you're from the UK or whether you're from America land. Maybe it's different, but I don't think there's too much sugar in milk. I don't think there's anybody really spiking their blood sugar because they're over ODing on semi-skim milk, dude. I think there's other things likely to be causing it. Do I have any other projects that I want to work on for the house, Liquid? I'd like to get solar panels and a battery system so that it can run from the sun. That's something I'd like to do. I'd like to make it so I don't really have an electricity bill, but I haven't had the time or the wherewithal to look into it properly yet. Marky, thank you very much for the support. Redline before that, thank you. Cause of death, semi-skim milk. Yeah, I think that's not really the place to worry myself. Desolate, I don't know what you want from me, dude. I haven't got Google as my friend, but I believe that having semi-skim milk is better for me having a calorie-controlled diet. I'm also not diabetic, so I'm not really worried. Also, there's a diabetic in the channel literally saying that he's been recommended to have semi-skim milk as a diabetic. So, guys, never do anything based on anything other than what your doctor says or what your own research would lead you to. Rather than listen to me or Desolate or anybody else, because none of us truly know what's best for everybody. But literally, you're going from 3.5% fat to 1.5% fat or something. Like, it's just fucking milk. Most people are probably pouring it all over fucking, like, sugared Cocoa Pops or something, you know? Like, some kind of cereal that's actually full of sugar. Well, that's good, Desolate, but I'm just trying to not... I'm not going to agree with you because I don't know, but I've got another diabetic who's saying he's been told to have it. But what's right for one person who's type 1 might not be the same for someone who's type 2 or whatever else, you know? Like, everyone's different. High fat is very bad. If you don't want too much fat, it's well known a high fat diet is bad for diabetes, right? So higher fat is... I'm not saying fat is bad, by the way, before someone starts saying fat... If you're living healthily and you're exercising, some fat is a very good thing for you, you know. But high-fat diets and diabetes are pretty dangerous. I know that much for a fact. So yeah, just everyone make their own choices based on what they've been told, and yeah, good luck. I don't often come here if I feel sort of geared, but because I've got that Pioneer, it feels worth it, because I'm sure we'll get some more 5.56, and I'm hopeful we'll get a stab vest at least as well. Are you drinking 1% because you think you're fat, because you could totally have whole if you wanted? Vilpom, I'm drinking semi-skim milk because I like the way it tastes in coffee.
And another one.
I really like if I was having cereal, I love the flavour of like regular like milk. Like if I was having cereal or something, I love that when it feels a bit fatty and unctuous and lovely, like the creamy bit. But in coffee, I like semi-skim milk, and that's all I really use milk for. So coffee and tea. It's also a tiny amount of calories less per day, and I'm trying to live in calorie deficit right now, but I've always had semi-skim milk with tea and coffee. That's just always where... Even when I was fucking 20 stone and like when I was 300 pounds back in the day, I was still having semi-skim milk because it's what I liked in my tea and coffee. MP7, that's kind of, could be fun. UMP? That may be the case, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's particularly bad. It really doesn't. I really don't want to talk about it anymore, guys. I have semi-skim milk. I like the taste of it. I really don't give a shit beyond that. Let's just drop the subject, please. Fuck me dead. Please, please, for the love of fuck. Can I just have milk in my tea and coffee without it becoming some massive debate where we have to tell everyone why they're going to die because they like semi-skim fucking milk? Fuck me dead. And by the way, Desolate, that's not aimed at you. It's a collective thing, okay? Don't worry. So we've only got 4 bullets for that. That's not really that great, but we'll find more. I thought I had more bullets, to be honest. Might as well drop those because I've dropped the gun. Kill the bloody rooster. Yeah. We'll choke it with some semi-skim milk. The long, painful death. No zombies here is kind of weird. I miss gloves. Oh, I'll go back in a sec. It's weird, that other barrack had a shitload of stuff in it. This barrack's got nothing. Oh my word, an M16 here. Are you fucking sure? That's crazy. I could fix this, so I've got the weapon cleaning kit. I don't really want to. The Deagle having a mag is kind of tempting, to be honest. Yeah, the gloves are pretty handy. That's not even meant to be a joke, but it probably came across as a bad one. It is weird there's no Zs. Pouches. We're going to go through to the other side and find a UMP mag. Any one you like. Damaged. I'll keep those. Jungle booty. Not even convinced I should be running around with the MP5 in my hand. It's with 5 bullets. It's not exactly feeling like it's all that. Do the Deagle and the revolver do the same damage? I have a funny feeling that the Deagle is a smidge more, but there's very little in it. Wobo has a thing on his website where you can compare guns, so you could try and have a look on there. Hey Tiger Lily, hope you're good. SKS in the tower, there could be. I'm not going to check it just yet. I may check it, the tallest chimney stack. I may check it before we leave. Leggings, 20 slots. What are these? 20? No, fuck that then. I think I'm going to put the Pioneer in my hands. I've only got one shot and it's bolt action, but if it's closer range, it knocks someone uncon pretty well, whereas the... I'm going to have to drop the M16. That's badass. Yeah, I go up that tower quite a lot, Everlasting, and often I find shit all. It's just kind of luck of the draw for me, but... That's fun. I'm glad about that. That's cool. There aren't many things I'd be prepared to drop an M16 for right now, but that's one. Loot does spawn on it, Donk, but sometimes it's a pistol, sometimes it's like a box of bullets or nothing, but often it's a gun. So something that's slightly different on this server, like the M16, is that? That's wearing a vest. Very cool. The M16 would not normally spawn here, so if you were playing official you wouldn't get an M16 there, it just wouldn't spawn. So this server, whilst it normally plays fairly similar to official loot economy wise, it seems to have this tagged as a higher loot area than it is on official. Because you definitely don't get M16s at here anymore. You used to, once upon a time, but you don't not get them anymore. Pleased about the vest. And the shotty. It's been worth coming. I was hoping for a vest. Oh shit. I didn't realise I was running past the door, to be honest. Deagle is about 5% better overall in stats, as per Wobo's website. Yeah, I thought it was a smidge better, but I think in most scenarios, when you fire, if you hit, you're not going to see much of a difference, but it's still slightly there. Zombies are now spawning. There's several over there now. Was that a shotgun? We could get a few more red shells out of that potentially. Glockenspiel.
Good afternoon. What is
Oh.
the longest lifespan you've ever had on one character? And have you thought about developing or contributing to develop a map?
Irish Killer. Second part, no, I'm not really. I don't have the skills required to do map developing. And it's many hundreds of hours of practice to try and develop those skills, and I don't have the time or the motivation, if I'm being completely honest. The longest lifespan I've had since streaming is like 6-ish, maybe 7 streams running on a couple of characters. They are both on streams, but they're from a long time ago. Oh, on videos, sorry, from a long time ago. So somewhere around 30-ish, 35 hours, but living a long time on stream is not so normal for me anyway. A red dot would fit on it. That does fit on it actually. Yeah, I could put that on there. It does give me a higher ADS speed, which is kind of cool. Thank you very much, Iris, for the super chat. I appreciate it. The characters that I had it on, there's one that was a 4-part series called Going Underground, and it was on DayZ Underground, and it was a long time ago, 8-9 years ago. And there was another one that was in a video, and I honestly can't remember the video name. But yeah, I think it might have been a quest for an SVD or something, and I start when I'm playing with Wobo or something. I forget, but there was another one, but I can't remember which life it was now. Was that a wooden R12? It is a wooden R12. Yeah, I'll take the wooden one. Gib wood. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I do remember the guy that was saying he could make a map like Sakal himself in 48 hours or something. Yeah. I don't think that's fairly true, Liquid. The SKS is really good, but it's a bit harder to find. You often turn it down because you've already got something else that's better. That's true, but I don't think it should spawn nearer the coast. Maybe it could spawn here in very low numbers, perhaps. But yeah, it's a tricky thing because the SKS is really good, but it's not as good as an assault rifle as a close range gun. So maybe it could spawn at slightly lower tiers. I don't know, but my bigger issues with the loot economy are, well, it'd be interesting to see how it is on 129, but I'd like to have the coast feel more like coastally and have more fights of Scorpions versus Sporters versus Repeater versus BK-18 and a Magnum, and less often people are just using shotguns and double barrels and MP133s because they're all what everybody takes. But yeah, I think they are playing with that. It'll be interesting to see.
Hello.
Hello? 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 I did forget the pants. I don't know if he was talking to me or somebody else, but now I'm a bit shit in my knickers. He may have been in there. He may have been outside the wall. He could have been... I didn't really get a good direction. He could have been somewhere near those yellow tents as well. Talk at all if you were going to not talk some more. I don't fully understand. He may have been in a VoIP team up with somebody else, like somebody just suggested. That could be the case. Fell off then. Perfect. Is that not meant to create tear gas? It did fall off. I was trying to get it just in front of the house. Sorry, just in front of that building. So where the fuck did the person talk from? Maybe they're just waiting in the building. Cheers, Irish Killer. Thanks again. Cheers for the support, dude. UK McGamer. Thank you for the 57. Cheers for the support, too. Thank you. 57. Oh, jig. Jig-a-jig. Laying prone in the long hallway. That was what happened before. Yeah, I don't think so, though. We ran through the long hallway. I don't know. I think he's in the brick building myself, or in the long barrack, but I think he's waiting in one of the two buildings near where we heard the word hello. Am I going back for the UMP? I was gonna, but now I'm not. I don't really need the UMP, I guess. I could use it as a zombie killer, but I'm going to drop it. We've got the R12. Fuck the UMP. I've got the MK2 for killing Zeds. I don't see any scenario where the UMP is going to be better than the R12 for killing dudes. So, let's knob that right off. Gets in water, immediately gets shot in back. I can see it now. Yeah, very good, Wee Rabby, very good. We've been chatting in Discord pretty much every day for weeks. It's been great. They're going well. Just need some of that IRL chatting, you know? Did I miss Dark Knight? I might have done. Cheers for the 21, dude. TwitchCon does seem ages ago. Yeah, it does. Well, I guess it should in theory, you know. It's what are we now? Like, we're nearly halfway to the next one, and they're 13 months apart, so not quite. But it's what, 5 months since TwitchCon now? It is a while. If it was the same date exactly, we'd be nearly halfway to the next, I suppose. What do I think of Max Dowman? I haven't seen him play at all. I have no idea, I'm afraid. I think he played recently. Didn't he score? He became a really young goal scorer the other day. But I haven't seen it. I've not been... I didn't even watch the Liverpool game because I was streaming, you know. I've not seen any football at the weekend. Maybe the convoy spawned. Yeah, that'd be good. It won't have, but it'd be good if it had. Liverpool are pants. Dr. Hugh Miller. They may well be, but at least they won the Premier League last season, you know. I'm kind of okay with that. I'd rather they were doing well, don't get me wrong, but it was a long wait for the first one. Yeah, it's Zed Rams's fault. Pick the fucking Sunday, bastard. Next time I book one on a Sunday, I'm consulting the football fixtures before I agree. Harv, I watched the highlights of the two races. It was quite exciting, actually. Somebody said yesterday that I should watch the highlights, and they were right. That Leclerc versus Hamilton was kind of fun for a few laps. The overtaking's quite exciting. It feels a little bit kind of almost like false racing in a way because of the way it's set up. But nonetheless, it's relatively exciting. Lots of cars not making it. Both McLarens didn't even start. Verstappen had to pull over. You know, the Aston Martins seem all at sea. It's making for interest, but it seems a little bit kind of fake. I don't know. We'll see. But I hope it would be great to see Hamilton win a race for Ferrari. And based on how it's going, I'd say he's got a good chance of doing that this season. You know. I know Hamilton's a bit divisive. You know, like. People know. I'd like to see him win a race before he retires for Ferrari. I think that'd be great. He was pretty magnanimous in the interview with regards to shoveling some credit onto Antonelli, which was kind of cool. F1 has died with the new rules, all about battery management, virtually nothing else, so manufactured. I kind of see your point. I don't like a lot of the battery stuff. I don't. There's some drop loot there next to that boat. One thing that's good about the rules this season, though, is that they're actually able to follow the car in front. You know, like it's been so shit the last few seasons where they're like as soon as you could have a car that's half a second a lap quicker, 3 seconds behind, and over 6 laps it gets, or whatever, 5 laps, it gets to within half a second of the car in front. As soon as it gets close to the car in front, it doesn't have a gap big enough anymore. It loses it because it's not able to keep up. But being behind the dirty air of the car in front is fucking it up, and then it just becomes a procession, you know. Like the racing last season was exactly that, you know. A car's much quicker, it gets close behind, then it's impossible to overtake. The advantage is gone, and then it fucks its tyres up trying to stay close in behind the car in front, and then there's no race, you know. It was flattering to deceive. It's like you've been promised all sorts of things. You've been promised all sorts of things, and just as she comes and unzips your flies, she then says, "Oh, actually, I've changed my mind." You know, like, I've changed my mind. Not tonight, love. I've got a headache. Ain't nobody need that. Nightmares. You should be able to get 4K watching the stream. Actually, today for the first time, I'm streaming in the other format as well. I'm sure nobody's watching on it, but I'm streaming in the short format as well. Fuck knows where that goes, but I'm streaming in the short format today as well as the regular one. So I might hit a slightly different algorithm. But God knows what a DayZ stream looks like. Basically, you'd basically see the staircase in the middle, and probably not even the whole staircase, and that's what you'd see. It seems a bit of a strange thing for a gaming stream, but anyway, YouTube does it, so I thought I'd see how it goes. If you're watching on the narrow vision, let me know. Passing was much more exciting. Imagine if... Yeah, but it didn't happen, Waterfox. Last season was turgid. The last rules were really, really bad. And whilst I don't like the battery thing, I'm prepared to give it more than 2 races before I pretend like last season was better, because it wasn't. Like, it's only 2 races in. The cars haven't adapted to it yet. The drivers haven't adapted to it yet. A lot of them aren't even starting the fucking races. And I'm not a big fan in any way of the battery thing, especially the charging of it each lap. But I'm prepared to wait and see, because Formula 1 had got really dull. An exciting race was like a 1 in 10 race. You know, like, I'm prepared to wait, because if an exciting race is a 1 in 2 race now, then good, you know. But there are definitely things I don't like about the new rules. But it had got really boring. It had got really boring. Not all sport is like that, Chelos. No, Formula 1 had just got to the point where it was
vertical video format
bad.
took off because people just couldn't be bothered to rotate their phones.
I thought it was really good for POV. I'm not going there. I don't think all sport is like that, dude. Like, I don't think it's true that you watch 10 football matches to enjoy one, unless you're a Spurs fan or a Liverpool fan at the moment. But I don't think that's true. I think if you watch 10 games of darts or 10 games of snooker, if you like the sport, or 10 games of cricket, you expect to like more. If you're a fan of the sport, you expect to take good enjoyment from more than 1 game in 10. I certainly did. As a fair weather fan of American football, I watched all the playoff games. I enjoyed a lot more than 1 in 10 of them, you know. I think that's fair. I think Formula 1 had got rather drab, and the rules had become counterproductive to the enjoyment of it. Snipe, have a good one, dude. Hope you have a good rest of the day. Good night, mate. I mean, Struth, flaming galah. You're going to get boring games, but like if you watch I don't know, a particular team, you won't often see 0-0s. 9 out of 10 races kind of felt a bit like a 0-0. That's maybe a bit harsh, and the figure of 1 in 10 is plucked out of the sky / out of my arse, but Formula 1 had got worse. It's wild to think the vertical format took off because people couldn't be bothered to rotate their phones. I guess that's true. Some people leave it locked, so when they rotate their phones, it doesn't actually move as well, which I call those people heathens, but there are some things, like for TikTok, and I think it's partly to do with TikTok and Instagram, right? A lot of stuff is somebody talking into the camera, and the vertical format makes more sense, you know? For somebody giving like a 1-minute video where they're like, take someone like Garen Noon, where it's normally just him talking into the camera. Vertical is a better format, you know, like, it makes a lot more sense for what he's making, and I think that's to do with the content, and then people have got used to that type of content, you know? If you're watching someone doing a video about, I don't know, the best fucking pairs of jeans that you could buy or whatever, you know, they're normally just talking to the camera and you can see them vertically really, really well. You don't need widescreen for that. You're not watching something with some scenery or something that's like some National Geographic or David Attenborough type thing. Klopp, Guardiola, Unai Emery are installing Spanish football in England. That's not true, Orlon. Klopp didn't play Spanish football. Guardiola does. Klopp didn't. Klopp played kind of like frantic, get it forward quickly, get press, press, and attack like the fucking wind. He definitely didn't play Spanish-style football. That's nonsense. I've not watched Villa very closely, but Guardiola's very much a tick-attacker style, you know, like, or has been. I don't know as they are so much this season. But Klopp definitely didn't play Spanish-style football. He played a very aggressive attacking or counter-attacking style. Oh, great. Okay, let's go. File transfer. Thank you very much. Yeah, I don't know. I think, honestly, Gooner, I can't see how you're not winning the league this season now. Like, especially with the results the last couple of weeks. You know, things were looking a bit twitchy. But City drawing with West Ham and Forest, and in the same weeks where you've won both your games. Yeah, how are you? I can't see it capitulating now. I really can't. I think you've got it, surely. Like, there's only 8 games to go, but you've got to the point now where there's enough of a point gap that the points. I think even if they win the game in hand, you're 7 points clear. Isn't that right? You've got 2 real big fuck-ups where you lose to someone you shouldn't and you're still clear. I think that's enough to take a bit of pressure off. Is there only 6 games to go? I thought there was 30 games played and 38 in total. Six points clear. Oh, I see. 6 points clear if they win their game in hand. Okay, so it's 9 at the moment. Okay, that makes sense. That's nothing, they'll bottle it. Alright, Conky. It's easy to say they'll bottle it, but nobody looks like they're going to win anything enough to catch up anyway. I don't think City are the team that can go and win like 8 games in a row. They couldn't beat West Ham, they couldn't beat Forest, you know, they're just not... They're not there, are they? I think so, Benyu. I think Liverpool will limp in. Like... Villa and Chelsea and Liverpool are all playing pretty badly, but I think Liverpool will kind of just scrape in by default at the moment. We'll see though, who knows. What time is the kickoff for the game on Wednesday? Liverpool Galatasaray, by the way. I'm going to try and watch that one, I think. Dizzy, I really want to see it. I really want to see Project Hail Mary. I think I might wait and see it with a certain person when she comes over, hopefully in April. Bodo Clint have won some crazily good games, Kaya, in the Champions League. Some of the teams they've beaten is insane. Brutal, yeah, I think that's true. I wouldn't be surprised if Villa keep sort of struggling and end up like both Liverpool and Chelsea like limp into it somehow. It's 8 PM, is it, Ben? I might try and get that one on. Hopefully you've progressed past an airbed in the corner. Hey, I've had a bed here, a king size bed no less, for a while. I wouldn't mind a new mattress actually. The mattress that's on it is the one that, like, oh my word, dead dude, with flies. So he died a little while ago. Did they agree with me? That's cool. 4th Chernarus over. That's one step closer to world domination, I think. Fair play to them. Don't need the Makarov, that can do one. Might as well take the Chikioto, I've got the space. Bollocks to you. Hip pack's ruined. The fly stopped. That probably means the body was due to despawn, and me being there stopped the body from despawning. Yeah, I quite like the idea of a new mattress. Like I think it's about 6 or 7 years old, but it's kind of a bit firmer than I would probably choose. It was one that I bought with my ex, and she liked a really firm mattress, and I probably like something a bit more, a level or two down, you know. But anyway, I don't know. We'll see. It's not exactly top priority because I'm sleeping okay on it if I actually go to bed at a decent hour. I think I've got to go down there and loot it. If Prison Island had fucking R12s and M16s, God knows what this will have today. SV98's coming out my arse. It's a mod, Oaken. Putting the potato on the grenade slot is a mod. It's begging for it, Slider. Is it begging? Loot me, baby. Loot me. Well, Vicky. Oh, Vicky, you're so fine. I thought that zombie by the car was looking a bit shifty. It's a zombie by the car, though. It's trying to jump in, but looked a bit like a doodah. Another Vicky. An SKS. Ooh, baby. That'd have been good for the 12 that we had. What? Get the fuck out of here. Suppressed Phoenix. Mosing rounds. I saw the AK mag. I think it's time to go. I don't care about the baby AK or the AK mag. I think it's time to go. Something about shooting zombies with a shotgun makes me not want to stay there anymore. Why is this gun so loud? Kapow! I agree. I think it'd be much better if when you fired it, it just shot a little flag out the front that said bang. Sorry, Midge. It's loud because it's a great big fuck-off shotgun. Does no one like the bushlet? I like the bushlet. I like to try and get in the bushlet once in a while, but unfortunately, I'm wearing the modded ones, so I've got 2 jackets, so I can't put the bushlet on. I'm already double bagging it. Lockspur, thank you for the 3 months. Really appreciate it, dude. Thank you. Gonna make my next event guns do that. That sounds good. Can we have an event where everyone's gun, when they shoot it, it just goes bang, but mine shoots bullets? That seems like a fun event. I know it's a hunting house, mysticism. Yep. It's a gun house. Sorry, not a gun house, Grandma's house. I often skip it though, but yeah, it is a hunting house. Any news on Dear Owl release? I'm not sure, Liquid. I'm guessing there might be some changes with 129, but I don't bloody know. So this is actually a little bit weaker than the Pioneer. But I think I'm going to take it all the same. Because the Pioneer just ain't it. You'd be in for a chance to win then. I'd just be in for a chance if I could fucking enter him. You keep scheduling him on days where I can't go in him. It's like you fucking planned it. The SKS is slightly weaker than the Pioneer in terms of single shot corn, yeah. The SKS is a little bit weaker than the CR527, and the Pioneer, the SSG and the CR527 are all kind of fairly comparable. So yeah, it's a smidge weaker. I know why it is, Ariana. It's because you hosted that Scalisti event forever and not once did an offending team win. No offending team had ever won. No offending team had even got close to winning. And then you saw how our team did under the stewardship of a certain mature gamer. with excellent leadership skills and a will to win beyond all doubt. And then you thought, fuck that guy, I can't have him skewing the results of all these events. I'm going to make sure I schedule him so he can't go in them no more. That's what I heard. Yeah. MedicManZ, thank you for the 7 months. By the time you reload the Pioneer, the guy with the SKS has put six shots into you. I can't even say 6 shots. Ooh. Possibly. Maybe not if it's me. 6 shots. I can't even say that either. 6 shots around you. 6 shots. 6 shots. Trick shots. I've got one of those. Right. Gimme. What was that? Assault boots damaged. Ho ho ho. A knifey boot is in good condition. I likes it. Okay, I've got space. What's that? Some kind of cool SK. I've just fucking fixed the other one as well. That's bollocks. Cheers, MedicManZ, Lockspur, thank you very much. Brett Dickinson and Butter Nakwin, thank you for the follows. Look at that, modded delight. Damien, cheers for coming in. How the fuck is it I turned into this channel 2 times in the last 2 hours and both times you're talking about football? I'm trying to escape football. Sorry, Slummerin, but I can see from the CFC why that might be the case. But because I'm English and because I kind of like the foosball, people come in and then they bring it up and then it gets brought up. But on the upside, at least Chelsea are good at ring a roses, a pocket full of referees stuck in the centre. You know, at least they're good at that. Next time they're going to dance around a maypole before the game. Sorry by the way, Slum. Yeah, I also would like to forget about football a bit. This is a hell of a building all of a sudden. Press vest and Mosin. I think I'm going to go with the R12 just for a change. I think I'm going to go with the R12. I don't see how people would find the vertical stream. Nightmares, I've no idea, but I think what it's meant to do is appear in the shorts algorithm. So if somebody was watching a short of, I don't know, something amusing like a cat falling off a log, sooner or later they might end up getting recommended this shite, you know, like... But I think I think the shorts shaped stream is to enable you to hit the short based algorithm, which is definitely an area which DayZ needs to be in, you know. Who doesn't want to see only the chair? You know, like, just imagine if you're watching this in the vertical format, you could see the chair. You'd be missing out on that really high res rug there. You'd be like, oh fuck me, you're missing out on all the best stuff. But yeah, in a nutshell, yeah, it's so that you can hit the short-based algorithm, which is basically what YouTube is trying to be. TikTok, isn't it? If you want to get all of the TikTok views on YouTube, you need to stream on it, I suppose. Yeah, you don't see the inventrix. Which might be good if you're watching a streamer that's got like an untidy inventory, like not me obviously, but somebody that doesn't tidy their inventory, not me. Then you might appreciate it. Vertical stream gets swiped by viewers. It's useful for smaller creators for wider discovery. Interesting, campers. This first time I've done it today, mainly because I keep forgetting to turn it on. So I just turned it on today, and I don't know if it'll make any difference. The bigger issue, really, for me with YouTube is what they've done to stop letting your subs see your own fucking stuff. Like when people get, they don't rank the live subs in the top of the list anymore, and it really seems to have affected click-through rate. You might get a purge for that, Sloth Dad. Consult the rules. No drama, but yeah, consult the rules for the reason why. No drama whatsoever. Yeah, I hope you're good, campus. My views have been weird. I had the like everybody did. I had the algorithms in your favour week about 3 weeks ago, and I ended up on nearly 20,000 views one night. But since then, they've changed the way that they allow things to work, and they seem to be not favouring streams so much on YouTube all of a sudden. So yeah, views are down. It'll change again. They'll go up, they'll go down, whatever. But I'm not particularly stressing it because there's nothing you can do about it. But it's frustrating. I do have a Mosing compensator, right? That's true. I did grab it a while ago. Right. I haven't seen a convoy here for ages, and I don't think there's one now, but I'm going to will it in. Can I ask your opinion about the hardcore DayZ servers? I think they're the right servers for the right type of player, dude. It's just not really for me, you know. Like, they're great. I don't personally like the medical side of things. I just don't find it very fun, you know. Like there's too many different meds and too many different pills in medicals, and none of them are the ones you actually went there to find, you know. I don't particularly enjoy it. It's for someone that wants a much more survivally grift against the game experience, which is completely understandable. I just like the flow of the vanilla-ish type game myself. They are fickle campers. I guess there's never been a time ever where YouTubers aren't unhappy about the algorithm or some recent change or whatever, you know. Like it just seems that there's so many cycles. Some work for you and some don't. And there's very little point worrying about it, really. Like I'm not someone that chases the algorithm. I'm just someone that does what I enjoy, as you are, you know. Like, and if it works, great, and if it doesn't, well, I'm still going to do it. And we'll see where we end up, you know. Like. I'm streaming this. If people want to watch, great. If YouTube want to make it harder for people to watch, well, I'll have to rely on the core base that find me anyway. I have Desolate, yes, made by Battle Squatch, the moon map. I hope it could be fun, yeah. Wee Rabby, thank you for the prime. Cheers for the support, dude. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Would you hike 30 plus miles into the mountains in at least 5 inches of snow for $2.5 million, or wait 2 months to be able to drive to it, but someone else could potentially get it first? This is actually oddly irrelevant. Would I hike 30 plus miles? I think if I was prepared, I'd do it for the money. If I was prepared, and I'd have to be prepared, as in really prepared, for like enough food and enough of the right clothing and enough ways to survive and whatnot. I don't know how I'd do it. I'd need a sled of dogs. But I think I'd try and go and get the money. If it was $2.5 million and it was guaranteed, I think I'd hire a helicopter. But would do anything for money, it seems like. Yes, Mitch, like stream the same game for 11 years. You know, like I've been so desperate for money, I've just stuck to the game that I like. I'm such a money whore. I'll do anything for money, Mitch, and I will suck that. So get your tips in now. I don't know if you meant to hurt me with that, Mitch, or not, but no, sorry. Up your bum. I'm all about the... Yeah, show me the money, just like Cuba Gooding Jr. in that film he was in. Jerry Maguire. Oh, it's all good, Mitch. If I thought you weren't joking, I'd have fucking banned you by now and had a rant. So it's all good, don't worry. I'll do anything for charity, donos. That's right, not really over it, yeah. No, that's a good point. Yeah, I'll have to start charging for that, won't I? That's a good service, is that? No, I should charge you for that service. Now, dude, that's insane. Thank you very, very much for the very, very generous super chat once again. Thank you very much now, dude. Leon, happy birthday. Hey, Leon, it's your birthday. Happy birthday, dude. Now, thank you very, very much for the super chat. Very, very kind. I should charge you for that bag. That's a good bag. It could be that. I could get that's a good bag and just have it near my scrotum, but that's a good. ... I'm not getting a tattoo near my scrotum if Joe is listening. Don't worry, it's okay. You'll be fine. I made a coffee at 4 o'clock. It was an hour and 10 minutes ago, but I already feel like I want another one. Got a decent loadout now. We already have a decent loadout. I would like a stabby. I also need to load that. I'm coming over here in the hope that there's a tundra, but I don't know. It would be kind of fun to use the spectroscope Mosin for a change. A tundra would allow me to use a better scope though. You just got attacked by a bear, came out alive with 0 HP. 0.01 HP maybe, dude. Come on, let's get it right. Stop exaggerating, okay? 0 HP is dead. Sorry, GG. What is that? A savannah? Fuck off. Kiss my ass. Is this like vanilla? It's like vanilla, but with sprinkles. Dear, I've never really been one for tattoos, but I am going to get it. I really enjoyed going to San Diego TwitchCon last year. It was great, and I'm going this year. And Joa, who I played with the other week, is incredibly talented, and I just think it would be a cool thing. Like, I'd like to get something small, probably on my shoulder, that's DayZ related. You know, I just think it would be fun. It has kind of changed my life in many, many ways. You know, like it's changed my life financially. It's changed my life in so many ways, and it's my favorite game of all time. And I feel like it would be a kind of a cool thing. You know, like. But I have no clue yet what to get. Would you drop the Mosin for a Savannah with a mag? No. Sometimes I play on servers that don't have base building, Mitch. Some servers don't have base building, only stashes. Some do. Conky, there's some videos of me flying the mods, yeah. I think the Savannah's recoil is a bit of a pain in the bum, yeah. Yeah, reach for it. Quite a lot of people have suggested the health icon or a broken leg symbol and things like that. I don't know. I don't know. PC specialist on the upper right of your back. Yeah, this is the little bit where we go through the suggestions. I'm definitely not going to do my own logo, Captain. I want something DayZ related, and I really love my logo. It was made for me by a dude called Gale Level, and I think he did an absolutely fucking brilliant job. I love it. It feels synonymous with my channel. Yeah, I'd really like it. But I just don't think I can get my own logo tattooed on me, because it feels a little bit much to... Like, I want something that's DayZ inspired. I don't really want it to be my logo. I know that because it's a bit up my own arse, in a way. There's the Savannah mag to go with that Savannah. Do you know what? I think I'll just leave it. I don't even need the bullets. F me dead on my lower back. No, thank you. I'm not taking those suggestions, thank you. I think I have Ariana, the Green Mountain one. It is nice. The Green Mountain is a really good... I think that's it, isn't it? Green Mountain is a really good location for a tattoo, I think. I personally like hardcore because I don't like PvP. In that case, you play against zombies, not other players. Plus, once you've learned to play hardcore, it adds depth to the gameplay. I understand that, dude. It's just what you enjoy in the game, you know? Like, you've just spelt it out. You don't like PvP. I do. But not only that, I like the random interactions between players, you know? It's not just PvP.